All right, so here's the former UFC interim heavyweight champion, Ciryl Gane, fighting out of Paris, France. Many would argue he is the most layered, sophisticated, potent striker in this UFC's heavyweight division at present, of course, with respect to the champion, Jon Jones. But he has had a kryptonite at times in terms of the wrestling. That being said, he told us in the fighter meeting Thursday, he has shored this up. You saw that on full display against Sergey Spivak. And he believes now, if any heavyweight in the world is going to try to take him down, that is going to be a whole lot easier said than done. We all know of Ciryl Gane's gifts on the feet. Another big opportunity for him to shine here tonight. Ciryl Gane has graced the octagon. He's ready to go. All right, here he is, folks, a man who needs no introduction to this fan base. Underrated in the looks department, by the way, a man who has won a title in every promotion in which he has competed, the UFC Hall of Famer, Daniel Cormier.
John Anik, if looks could kill, Daniel Cormier would be America's most wanted. But ultimately, it's about fighting, and this dude can fight. From wrestling, an Olympic pedigree, college national All-American, to a double champion in the UFC. He possesses all the skill in the world, and tonight, once again, he tries to get his hand raised. What a phenomenal fighter. And got a model body, too.
Good body, great smile. 2018, as many of you know, was the year of Daniel Cormier. You can argue his win over Stipe Miocic to wrest away the heavyweight title is the singular biggest win in mixed martial arts history. And now DC back on the proven ground tonight. We'll see how he handles this heavyweight challenge. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Ciryl Gane. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Daniel D.C. Cormier.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, early round action here, and hard to think of any fighter other than maybe Conor McGregor who has ascended to stardom quicker in the UFC than Ciryl Gane. Within a few years of training, he had a UFC belt around his waist, and he believes tonight he will have a decided striking advantage in this particular matchup. Effective strike from the clinch there by Cormier. Well, few heavyweights move as well as the former interim champ Ciryl Gane, and you see the footwork right away as this fight gets started.
Yeah, the footwork leads to the jab. The guy does a great job of moving into you, and then he pops you. And then the moment you start to rush, he drops the big right hand on you. Ciryl Gane is a hard puzzle to solve, especially as you go up in weight classes. Heavyweights don't move like Ciryl Gane, and you can see that as we watch him right now.
Ciryl Gane going for the body kick.
Big double leg, double change.
All right, so there's the early takedown for the decorated grappler. Exactly what he wanted to do tonight.
Exactly what he needed to do if he's going to want to win this fight. You've got to put this guy on his back early, and you've got to put him on his back often.
Posture's up. Oh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. Close guard. Cormier's in half guard.
Let's go! Push, push!
And now he's attempting to choke.
Oh, looks like that submission's almost locked in.
Starting to get pretty deep here. It looks like he's trying to get an arm triangle, but he's got to get to the opposite side, get his chest to the mat, and find that finish. Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position.
Making all these shots count.
Nice. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Cormier. Another ground and pound strike lands. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense. Big ground and pound.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control risk. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
Round 2 here.
What a nasty kick. That was thrown with ill intent.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. He engages in the single collar tie.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
Oh, how many knees can one man take?
Fantastic takedown. Full side control now. Beautiful ground and pound. Is that what cut him?
Good work from the top here by Cormier. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape.
Now he's going full mount.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here.
Massive shot from the top. And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Cormier's right back to the full mount. 90 seconds now to go round 2.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Gane's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount. I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
30 seconds to go in the round.
Refs won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
All right, that's the end of round number 2.
All right. Listen, breathe, relax. I need you to get out there and keep this fight on your feet. I want you to avoid that takedown. The only reason...
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Great job by Ciryl Gane to use his feet to get inside and land the jab. A lot of people are going to be trying to take this guy down, but he moves so well.
People talk about Ciryl Gane as if he moves like a welterweight. No, he moves more like a bantamweight. We have always talked about guys moving well at 135. Ciryl Gane moves like one of those guys at heavyweight. The fight presents so many problems. And not only does he have that beautiful jab, he possesses a ton of power that can put you up.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. All right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job. He passes to half guard.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Cormier's back in half guard.
Getting them out here.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Need to work, I'll stand this up. Just work.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight.
I know you've got a huge appreciation for this.
Well, I mean, this is high-level grappling by both of these guys. All these actions, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Got to be careful.
He's got to shore up the defense, because if he keeps getting hit there, it's only going to continue to get worse.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Cormier. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, another blow lands on the cut. Critical situation now. He's a bloody mess.
Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly.
30 seconds to go now. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Great shot from the top position.
Final seconds of round 3. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here.
It's going to be a bloody fight. I want you to...
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up the training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 2.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up, because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
The last
Dean steps in!
Oh, my goodness.
What a fight! Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 31 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel D.C.